My joke.
Well, that means that they should just hire you to work the event. That'd be pretty nice.
Wouldn't mind that, yeah. Wouldn't mind that. All right, 4 heroes down here for J.Storm. Currently, Vengeful is the only, or Darkseer more so, is the only one in the area. Showing at least, but... So Bane and Sven, we'll see if they get caught here. Peeking out a little too much. Medusa's actually heading back to the mid, so... He will not be involved. An interesting back piece on this Medusa.
Yeah, it's just looking at these cosmetics. I'm so used to just seeing like the Dota Plus one. Or the Scotty themed one.
Yeah. Oh, magic missile. They're gonna catch Sven. There's the roll to follow. So they're definitely in the bounty room. Can they kill Eternal Envy? Double ion shells up. Staying close enough. Sven's a little too fast. Well, he'll live. But again, the bounty rune, what are we looking at? It was a 2 for 2. Bane actually went and got their bounty rune, so good heads up from IX Mike. I think into the iron shell.
Yep. They've already gotten Envy relatively low, so they're going to capitalize on his somewhat lower regen. Picks up the Quelling Blade, knowing he's going to have to last it under tower. And Eternal Svenvi going to do his best here in the bottom lane.
Vengeful, attempting to harass the best that she can at this top. An attack range, though, not that great. Only 400. So, considered a great lane harasser as far as the support role goes.
Yeah, also, Moo going for Timber Chain at level 1. That's really interesting.
I wonder if he needed it to like get away initially. Did we just miss that? But yeah, that usually isn't something to you see leveled up in level 1. True. So he's not really able to get the most comfortable CS yet. Has to use it there.
Yeah, he's just using it 2 CS.
Bottom lane. Again, the Ion Shell cut continues. And they're going to roll in on IX Mike.
So Nushib getting very low. He's going to get caught.
There will be first blood top lane back to the bottom lane. IX Mike, see going out. Warcry coming out from Eternal Envy. Now a turn kill chance as they take out Fear. Bryo went down middle lane.
What is going on?
All 3 lanes, guys. I know my camera work sometimes been a little rough, but I feel like I did a good job there. No, but that was, yeah, that's the crazy one. Monkey King solo kill on a Medusa. Well played by Gunnar. Looks like he died at the tower, too. Medusa did.
Yeah, I mean, Monkey King definitely has a massive, massive movement speed advantage. You can see he's got the Orb of Venom to really punish this Medusa's slow movement speed. 279 without boots. Not very good.
IX Mike, he might be dead here. Nope, he's got the mana for the brain sap with the mango, but it might not even matter. In fact, it definitely won't. Fear just simply keeps running at him. Orb of Venom good for that. Secures the kill. So ties it up at 2 apiece. During this, Sven is doing his farm. Well, that's the good news. For team at least. Alright, Moo's feeling a little more comfortable at the top lane now. He's got level 2 reactive armor here to work with.
Yep,
yeah, CS is jumping up.
Yeah, this lane's going to get pretty hard for team. Oh, they kill for Rev.
Yeah, in the jungle here.
Very good start.
Rotated over and got the kill with the Bane assistance. There's Spirit, he's just rolling away. Had Bane coming over. Having to get out of there before any catch happens. But Darkseer's now back, so again in one of those cases, you know, perhaps not great to give a kill to the other carry, but now he's back with full life, full mana, has a soul ring. He's feeling comfortable once again.
Yep. Absolutely.
Our Spirit's hiding. Thinks he is, but IX Mike will find him, and more so, did they find IX Mike? Another Warcry coming out, the brain sap into the sleep. Earth Spirit's just gonna let us stay on Darkseer. Probably not gonna get the kill anyways. So, Mike's playing this pretty well, feels like. As mid lane, Dingu, 4 stacks. Mischief is not gonna dodge. Got hit by the magic missile, turns with The Q, though, of the Balanced Strike, it's not enough damage, however. Does heal him up, though.
The Monkey King doing very well in this mid lane, though, against the Medusa, with 9 denies. A couple extra waves of CS to his name. And the early game going quite well for Team, actually. They just are cutting the wave, not even laning against the Timbersaw, and so Brax is actually having a pretty good start, too.
Middle lane, Medusa. Fire Spirits, it is enough. Nusham, credit for the kill there. The Fire Spirits connecting, and Gunnar with a tip on top of that, trying to rub the salt in the wounds right there.
Yeah, Jesus. Nusham already level 4 at 4.5 minutes. Putting out way too much damage to those Fire Spirits.
Sleep over to Earth Spirit. Stun on a Darkseer. The 5-minute rune's coming in. You see Nusham, speaking of being level 4, going to try to assist with the Sun Ray. But unable to make any kills happen from it. Ends up being the 2-for-2 bounty rune once again. That's Brax. He's up top. He's pulling the creep wave here. He's got the double stout shield. He's just tanking the creep wave. He's his own Timbersaw.
This is perfect for Brax. He absolutely does not want to lean against this Timbersaw, and so he's not going to.
That's smart. Also not using his double edge to farm. He's just simply auto-attacking down every creep and letting his aura do work to retaliate. As far as the plus damage goes, so somewhat efficient there. Doesn't want to waste life if he doesn't have to.
Yeah, at least not until he has a ring of regen or something to sustain himself, but he's even pulling the wave over to the creep camp, getting double the farm.
Mike bottom lane. Going in a little too deep this time as Vengeful shows up, but again, with the war cry, Eternal Envy, he's going for the turn. He's got God Strength active, so yeah, he's already level 6. And it is going to
Bryle's in trouble mid.
Bane. As Bryle in the mid lane. Fire Spirits again going up. They're diving in at the tier 2 tower. March coming. All they can do is wave a terror, though. Doesn't have mana for a magic missile. Even so, seems like it was going to be too late. Medusa dead for, that's the 3rd time. Yeah, 0-3-0. Gunnar is fantastic right now. Team. A 3,000 net worth lead at 6.5 minutes. And apparently Brax just got picked off. Okay.
Finally punished his insolence. Playing behind the tower. Moo says, some point you have to fight me. Well, I picked this hero, so I'm going to force the issue.
Can they, I mean, what are they going to do here? Because clearly this Medusa is having trouble. Like, she just have to start jungling?
Yep. Yes, to continue jungling, but Nusham has already placed this ward, so he's going to keep tabs on this. Phoenix has been putting in a lot of work as a roamer. Not something you normally hear. But level 5 already. That's a really big deal on a 4 Phoenix.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Gonna make their way to the top as they pop a shrine. Yeah, Bane, he's gonna run right into a trap though. Feel like we see that like once a game at least.
Yeah.
With Bane specifically, it doesn't matter who's playing it.
It's good though, it gives information to Envy, which means that he shouldn't get caught out here. And he won't.
And he's not. No stopper. The roll's used, he knows they don't have anything, so simply TP's away. And he actually TP'd to the top lane where he's going to assist with the push up here. And Team's playing very fluid right now. This is, I gotta say, probably some of the best we've seen of them over these last couple of days. And what a time to be playing very well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's the mid Monkey King, as we noticed, is definitely quite good against Medusa in the lane because of that movement speed discrepancy and the fact that he can just outlast her. So Bryle is going to be relegated into catch-up mode. We saw what Envy was able to do with a lot of space, so it's going to be up to Bryle to really come back into this game. Envy is topping the CS charts.
Nusham might be in trouble here, though. He definitely is. Rolling Death will cut him down, so 3 heroes coming together to at least take him out, but go back to Eternal Envy. He's going to pop God Strength, and he's pushing this top tier 2. That's Timbersaw TPing in. They also have a Vengeful nearby. Timbersaw, they're going to man up. Level 4 reactive armor. Definitely up. He's got some stick charges as well. He gets away. The Stampede forward. Vengeful doing what he can. No more magic missile, though. However, Moo is going to survive, and Envy just went too deep for it. Yeah, the level 4 reactive armor, man. Sometimes just want to go a little too hard. And it'll catch you off guard.
We got some nice all-chat voice lines going on.
That's a long one, jeez. Good turn. Just as we're praising the Sven and how well he's been doing this game. Going too deep right there.
Yeah, that's Timbersaw in his element, with 3 heroes all hitting him in melee range. Exactly what he wants to have happen.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Dark's here. Continues to farm with the Iron Shell throwing up on Earth Spirit over here. Is looking to finish that Helm of the Dominator soon. Monkey King, though, what is he making use of this farm? It is going to be the Diffusal route, which has been great against the Medusa. And even against Timbersaw, too. It actually is really good against both cores.
Yep.
So Monkey King set up to have a good laning phase, and right now, that's going to translate very nicely into the game evolving, it seems like, as the 10-minute bounty runes spawn. And we'll have a 2-for-2 trade once again.
Yeah, the one thing about the Diffusal first is that he is pretty squishy, so gonna have to be fairly selective with his fights or just farm for a bit until he has the BKB on top of that.
Interesting here. Moo's actually thinking about going right into the Holy Locket. We saw last game was more of the Yules, at least I think, before we saw it. And something else even too, maybe. But either way, it's gonna be essentially first item Holy Locket on this Timbersaw.
Yep, and so far no Spirit Vessel being rushed currently by Team. It will be a Phoenix item eventually, but he's still a bit away from even the urn being completed.
Needs to get level 10.
Yep, GPM talent.
And Gunnar's gonna have a very quick Diffusal Blade in this game. Speaking of urn, Earth Spirit just picked up his on the side of J.Storm, so Fear's got that good to go now. Timbersaw is actually competing with that top farm in the game at this point. Sven, though, is still leading the way, has the Echo Saber almost finished. Just needing the robe with the Magi. Vanguard choice on Centaur. He's going to go Vanguard into a Blink Dagger, it looks like. Setting up for an eventual Crimson Guard, I'm sure.
Yeah, it helps to deal with the Medusa later on in the game. Blink, pretty mandatory for them to take team fights in this early stages, which is definitely what they want to do. They have this early advantage, this Monkey King on a snowball. They want more kills.
Yeah, you do see Medusa, though, on the net worth chart, 6th in the game right now currently for J.Storm. They need to get her, continue to recover as she does sit in her jungle. Obviously being on the dire side too, does have this triangle over here. If she can stack and farm, her teammates can do that for her. The mid tier 1, Timbersaw is just pushing it by him. Well, not really by himself. He does have teammates nearby. Very confident with it though. So Team for now is not really showing that they want to defend it.
Yeah, pretty split. They definitely want to get this Blink Dagger on Brax, and he's gonna have enough gold for it after this tower, but they're gonna lose mid tier 1 in exchange.
TP in from Monkey King, but there's the tower kill.
The blade is complete. Oh, he's
gonna get swapped. He's in trouble. Magic Missile hits the follow over the Rolling Boulder, and the cut through with Timbersaw. Magnetize apply. Gonna chase him down to the end. Gunnar, he's being healed up for the Sunray. That'll help keep alive at the time being, but that tick of the Magnetize gets a refreshment, and Gunnar is gonna fall. Timbersaw running after with a surge, but they got the job done. Monkey King going too aggressive. Thought he was fine. He wasn't.
Yeah, he's just too squishy with that Diffusal Blade. He just has no stats, really. Just damage, and Vengeful Spirit is very good at finding Monkey King.
And they're going to catch Bane, trying to at least. Sleep up on Earth Spirit. Timbersaw's still going to run in, though. He's got another surge, just him shock him in the face and run back. Going for the tower now. This is what was a slow, methodical tier 1 tower push is now turning into a couple of hero kills as well as now a tier 2 possibly.
This is just Timbersaw things, and Moo, one of the best Timbersaws, knows exactly how far to push his limits on this hero. Looks like he has the locket complete.
And the greatest thing about this for J.Storm is that it spots so much room for Brile. He does farm that triangle over here. He TPs to the top lane, which is being pushed into tier 3. He's going to push out the lane, so he's got a Yasha now, and already has the Manta queued up. Smoke play, meanwhile, between Earth Spirit and Vengeful. As they pick up a haste rune.
And they're going to go for Envy. He just TP'd from the bottom lane to the bottom shrine, and he is fully under ward vision.
Oh no, he just popped God Strength 2. There's a swap in. He got his war cry out, but it's going to wear off there.
He's very tanky, but here comes Moo.
Yeah, the help is a little late. Although Monkey King joins in, Boundless Strike hits. Wukong's stone down, and Sven runs back into it. Smart play. As the Fiend's Grip is locking on Earth Spirit throughout this. Supernova also used in that, so they used a lot to save Sven. They do. Only get the one turn kill, though. As Moo will be fine as he gets inhibited there. But yeah, I mean, they essentially used everything. I guess outside of Stampede. All that. Not needed, though.
Dire's middle tower is
Yep.
under attack.
But, you know, it's worth it. You really don't want to lose the Sven there. He's got to continue to farm. Needs quite a few items before he's going to be able to deal with this Timber Saw and start taking these fights. And Medusa is starting to catch up. Still, Monkey King is ahead, and as Centaur is as well. They're going to transition to tier 1 tower push bottom.
Darkseer running on by. Monkey King jumps on top now. He's at the tier 1 tower, though, so a little risky. And Timber Saw cutting the trees. Again, this Dire team does have plenty of ways to deal with the trees. Timber Saw, one of the best at them, of course. So Monkey King will have to continue to be careful about that. At least he gets away there. And he's going to TP to the top lane. How is that Holy Locket looking? He has it. Timbersaw's got the Holy Locket, and now he queues up the Bloodstone, so he's going to go right into the Bloodstone this time.
Brax and Nushim are in the trees, but gonna TP out.
Gonna retreat. You see a vacuum used for, I thought he might have had a chance to catch somebody. Doesn't do that, though. How is that Urn looking? Urn on Phoenix. 970 gold for the Spirit Vessel, so it's coming.
We'll have that pretty soon, and Moo not going for anything defensive so far, so it will be pretty effective once he does pick it up.
Yeah, you would think, if anything, seeing the Urn, and again, being a Phoenix, just an item that you'd expect to see a Spirit Vessel on, that might cue him to build a Yules at least, but for now, he's still sitting with the Bloodstone queued up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they're going to push a tier 2 bottom lane. Sven, though, continues that manly farm elsewhere and top farm on his team. Oh, I think he blocked the Ancients here, unfortunately.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So he'll go and take out the jungle camps.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
BKB is basically complete, though. So he'll be a lot more active in these fights.
And you got the Crimson Guard finished on Centaur. So especially with Medusa still trying to recover and farm, definitely wouldn't mind seeing Team force the issue here and push objectives. And again, very similar to last game, they love this top side of the map. Because you look at the bottom tier 1 is still up, and last game it was up for at least 30 minutes, I want to say.
Yep. That's just the standard way that Dota kind of evolves throughout the course of the game, is just this vertical split of the map. The tier 1 bottom is so much harder to take than the top side. Even harder to take than the top tier 2, to be honest, because there's so many access points for the team J.Storm to reinforce that position.
Very deep ward placed by Team T, and they spotted Timbersaw in the area, but choosing not to make a play on it. He just continues to farm throughout his jungle. There's a defensive ward placed by J.Storm meanwhile. Medusa, by the way, a little bit of a switch up. She actually goes the Dragon Lance, and now she's queuing up the Hurricane Pike, so a tool that'll help kite the Sven. And yeah, Manta in that sense did seem maybe a little odd of a choice. So wants the wants the kite tool, and also good against Monkey King for that matter.
Yep.
Steel talent picked up as well. Hey, you mentioned that with the draft. I mean, this is the Wukong command for Monkey King. He is going to have to be careful with the placement as well, because the idea that he could be forced out of his own Wukongs and thus deactivated is very real here.
Yep. He's closing in on that BKB, though, so that'll nullify a lot of that outside of the Venge swap. Potentially, speaking of which, is March he's still a ways away from being level 12, so Venge Swap is kind of a non-factor for now.
Okay, Eternal Envy just ran all the way up here to kill a catapult. Now he's taking some damage. The wall thrown down as well, but J.Storm's pursuing. They want to keep going. Goster, he's going after Timbersaw. It's a tough target. Okay, he's going to try to do some damage. Wukong is going to be canceled by Gunnar.
Spirit
Not the best
Vessel.
placement for it. The Spirit Vessel is doing the work. Moo, can he get out of this? Inhibit slow, and yes, Fence able to follow it up with an Echo Saber auto attack. Here comes Medusa now, though. Stone Gaze popped, and that means it's retreat time for Team. I'll do exactly that, but Eternal Envy says, what's retreat? I want to go back in, baby. The Stone Gaze is worn up. Timbersaw buys back. Fiend's Grip blocking out. Vengeful straight off to the side. The Supernova is activated in the midst of this as well. That's going to be a free Supernova going off 100%. Vengeful goes down, and Earth Spirit's definitely going to explode on top of that. Medusa is alive as she goes back to the shrine to stay alive for the time being. Eternal Envy going for the TP play. That's all he can do. The Timber Chain doesn't connect.
Oh my
and so
god.
Moo cannot get the kill. Oh, if that connects, that's absolutely a kill, but unable to hit. Sven makes it out. Monkey King did die. Bane, he's probably going to follow suit. Although, the TP, never mind. He's out.
Now, Mike is playing very well in this game. He got off a nice grip on the Earth Spirit, allowing them to kill off Fear. Venge, of course, died, and that initial Spirit Vessel charge onto Moo allowed them to take down the Timbersaw that one time. Gunnar definitely needs to take priority on getting this BKB. Otherwise, he's going to continue to suffer that same fate.
Now you see Sven and what he's able to do this game. If he can sit on top of you, of course. And even with the Timbersaw, I was a little skeptical with him beelining for the Timbersaw right there. But again, with the Spirit Vessel applied, it does most certainly give you a good shot. And taking him out.
Yep, and without the Timbersaw, they basically have no damage on the side of J.Storm at the moment. So if they can get that Spirit Vessel onto him, we'll see Moo. He's still going to finish off that Bloodstone. Or is he actually? No, he's going for a Lotus Orb. So he's prioritizing having something to take off that. Also gives him a bunch of armor to survive against Sven. Good adaptation by Moo.
Up at the top lane, Bryle, he was hunting the Monkey King. He saw him there. Obviously not much that he can do himself other than the Quelling Blade he currently has. But Gunnar is able to hop on out. He'll be good. Sven with a Chrysalis. Pretty standard stuff we've been seeing out of these core Svens. No Blink Dagger. Something else you could throw on there as well, of course, but having the trust in the team, being able to keep things in place, and, you know, with the lineup, it does make sense. You have Centaur, you have a Bane. Keep things nearby with Inhibit Slow from the Diffusal Blade, so they have a lot of ways to try to keep things near the Sven.
Yep, I think that he will pick up a Blink after this Daedalus, but really prioritizing having that burst. They need to continue to be able to kill this Timbersaw, so he's just trying to keep ahead of the curve by going for that damage.
Smoke us 4. They scan Roshan, does J.Storm. Not happening, though. Sven, the one not smoked on the Radiant side. Gunnar, he is going to be spotted here. Vengeful. Throws out the wave. That Gunnar, it's almost like he's thinking about jumping in there. That could have been dangerous. Bryle. Nice Mystic Snake actually going out, bouncing around. And MP's in trouble. He's going to be swapped out. Stampede, he possibly could be. He has to fight this Pop God during that march. He gets cut down. Up here, they're pinging out Medusa, but she's still on the uphill. Forev, can he make his way out? 4 staff assistance. He will get out of here. So it's just the kill on Vengeful. I mean, they forced the BKB and everything on Sven at least. They lose the Vengeful, though.
Yeah, that's just kind of Sven things, though. Like, pretty much every game where anytime you want to go for a kill, you have to use God Strength and your BKB, and you just kind of accept that.
Radiant are scared.
There's the Lotus Orb finished on Timbersaw. So it does have the response now to the Spirit Vessel. Medusa queuing up the Eye of Scotty. 3,000 gold currently saved up. Are they going to jump this? They're thinking about it. Got a blink on Centaur. Case though. Both teams in the area of Roshan. Wouldn't mind getting it done. As Gunnar's going to scout Medusa running up here.
A little aggressive positioning by Bryle there, but You know, without the BKB, or without the God Strength at the very least, they're feeling pretty confident.
Gunnar is going so deep for this Vengeful by himself. He's going to pop a BKB for it as well. Earthspirit does end up getting cut off with the Centaur. Here goes the Wukong's being thrown down. Brawl holding his ground, but with the Diffusal Blade, he has to get out. Hurricane Pike away, and the Stone Gaze use. These Monkey King's in place, but Bryle definitely thinking about running as he gets a surge. There he jumps out of the Wukong's, not doing much at this point. Primal spring forward, and March, a couple of auto attacks later, goes down. Medusa's caught as well by the Centaur stomp, and Medusa, the wall's not going to save here. The Stampede to chase, and Darkseer now needs to jet on out of here, although the Boundless Strike connects, so the surge wearing off in a second. Inhibit slow. Forev is in trouble. Another surge in 2 seconds. Sven, can he get close enough? No, he cannot. And so Darkseer will survive, but hell of a fight again for Team. Again, Gunnar playing very aggressive there, but he had the backup nearby.
That was an awesome play by Team, actually. Mike, he slept the Timbersaw on the backside here, and then the entire rest of his team just runs past the Timbersaw, knowing that Mu is all of the damage for J.Storm right now, and completely ignores him. Then he grips him in the back lines, and Team's able to take a fight without Timbersaw being able to be involved at all.
Yep, that's what Bane can do. He can lock somebody out of the fight for 20 seconds, it feels like, if that's what you're asking for. So no doubt a very good use of his abilities. And that's going to set up an easy Roshan as well. That's an Aegis for Sven. Team, 11,000 net worth lead here in game number 3. Feeling extra nice about their chances, no doubt. That Sven is a beast. 15,000 net worth. He's gonna cut down this Waldering Ripper down here. That was split pushing. Gold. Yeah, why not? I'll take it.
What is he gonna go for next is the question. That Scotty will cause him problems in the later fights, so I wonder if he picks up, and we have seen him go. Okay, so AC, definitely a good choice, and then I wonder if he's gonna go for the Butterfly after to replace the Echo Saber.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. Butterfly on this hero actually is really good despite being a strength focused. Just everything else it provides makes sense for him. So Medusa's still trying to finish that Eye of Scotty. Needs the one more orb. And I'll have that taken care of, but Timbersaw still working on that Bloodstone. Gonna be
I also love this. Gunnar, he's going for a much later Echo Saber, it looks like, if he does complete this. Just going for all of that utility, all of the slow, knowing that Sven is so far ahead right now that he's going to be all of the damage they need to win these fights.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Wow. Got an update on the other game as well. Zolotls winning earlier on against Forward. It's only 15 minutes in, but
they do have a hell of a final breaky.
3,000 net worth lead. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it or set anything up. I mean, it's still games to play in both of these series, but it's the possibility is definitely there. Wouldn't that be something? See, team trying to find their jump chance, but again, Sven doesn't have that really initiation tool, so can't get anything out of it.
They need to catch these creep waves. They want to actually push.
Darkseer's got plenty of utility for his team. Guardian Greaves around the corner too.
Second Lotus Orb queued up for him. Yeah, everybody itemizing towards a little bit of armor. If they can, Vlad's will be the next item for Fear as well.
Middle lane. Monkey King, he's got the vision. Are they going to jump? They are. Centaur finds the opening on a Timbersaw. He purges off the Spirit Vessel. So moves oh my god, Monkey King just melted there. On top of the Chakra, got beat down. The BKB activated by Eternal Envy with the Stone Gaze. They got frozen up initially. They still want to chase though. Beats Grip. Locking down somebody over here, but it's not going to be nearly enough. The swap play from Vengeful, and Sven's being kited. Sven's being heavily kited right now. He does have the double damage though. Bryle with the mana. It's gone. Oh my god, those cleave hits. Just so much damage to the Daedalus. One big chunk is all that was needed. Vengeful does go down over here, and it's just Earth Spirit, the sole survivor. It does get the pick up onto the Phoenix, actually. So Fear doing some work there with the Magnetize, but it's Sven and Centaur still alive for Team. I mean, the kite was strong by J.Storm, and the fact they blew up Monkey King in the beginning was a sign of life for sure, but it still didn't matter.
Yeah, Gunnar, he was placing the Wukong's command, got it down, but had his tree cut at the exact same time, didn't BKB. So he just melted.
Dire's middle tower
But
is under
we were saying Envy is more than enough damage to win these team fights by himself at the moment.
Well, Moo got no help from his team in terms of staying, or not Moo, but Bryle got no help from his team in terms of staying alive against Sven. Sven just beeline for him and continued to run after him. So he had the reign to do so, and they were distracted in kind of another fight themselves. And in that 1 versus 1, Sven's definitely winning that battle, especially with the Stone Gaze down.
Yeah, the double damage. I mean, it's a little scary. What can you really do as a support, to be honest? You're just getting 1 or 2 shot by Sven.
Somebody slept. That would be Medusa. Mike,
God strength is up. They're running over.
Monkey King's in the area. In the middle lane, they caught Vengeful, it looks like. Meanwhile, Medusa, the Wukong's down. The mana's going away. She gets a Hurricane Pike off. She's going to be fine. Gunnar runs out. Gonna has her at this point, and they get the stun on Medusa. The vacuum up on the cliff right here. Sven cannot get down right now. He needs some help, assistance. They do get the kill Medusa, though, so it doesn't even matter. They get 2 kills out of it still, and the rest running away for J.Storm. So a hell of an attempt there from Forev, but it didn't matter in the long run.
Yeah, back-to-back deaths on this Medusa. Bryle falling farther and farther behind. Brax is actually the second most farmed hero in this game. He's playing insane in this series.
Absolutely. Sven, 20,000 net worth lead, though. 7K higher than the Medusa on the other side. And he's going right for the tier 3 tower. The Aegis being reclaimed, we heard right there, but he's got a full assault cuirass now. Holy crap.
Yeah, look at that solar crest on him, too. Brax prioritizing that item yet again.
Do they go middle? Medusa's up in 15, not going to risk it. They have a 22,000 net worth lead. Let's go for shrines. I'm sure that's what they're thinking right now on team side, and let's just play it somewhat safe here. So on paper, it seemed like it was going to be a bit of a troublesome matchup throughout the later game, but I suppose when your Sven just gets insane momentum and snowball, it's not going to matter the fact that you're up against a Medusa and a Timbersaw. Both are definitely under-farmed in comparison.
Yeah, this Timbersaw is doing nothing this game. You know, it is a Moose staple, but he just got caught those couple early times without a defensive item for the Spirit Vessel, and it's such a momentum-based hero.
Return to your unquiet
Envy on the hunt.
Yeah, they found Vengeful. They, meaning Gunnar, gets a solo kill. He did use the BKB to make it happen, but still.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Sven's going to TP to the top lane and continue pushing up there, I suppose. Not sure why he TP. Oh, I guess the haste rune. You guys going to pick that up? He queues up at S and Y as well. That'd be a much later S and Y, but not just for the status resistance and help kind of complete where he's at right now, I suppose.
Yeah, move speed, attack speed, all that good stuff. He's a believer in the stats-based approach to Dota. Says, I don't need a blink dagger.
Yeah, Centaur BKB queued up. Really doesn't even feel like it's needed though at this point. Sven's almost 25 as well. He needs like one more creep.
Shiva's on Nusham as well. Almost level 20 himself.
He's getting the 40 god strength, right? On Sven. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's so much HP and damage. You know, the stun duration is ridiculous if you take that talent, but when you've got the data lists, when you've got all of the damage items, you're gonna go for the god strength for sure.
Well, J.Storm, wouldn't expect any kind of concede by any means. With one that's on the line and being game 3, this is it, but 25,000 net worth deficit. Hard to see an outcome that has them coming out on top, and it's 98-2 in favor of Team according to Dota Plus, and definitely very believable how this game is looking right now. And they're just choking them out at this point. Not much farm to go around for J.Storm. It's just a matter of when is the time for Team. I suppose a second Roshan would be the mark.
Yeah, they're gonna be really methodical about this. They have absolutely no reason to force it. J.Storm is completely relegated to their base. This Medusa is so far behind where she wants to be at this point, and there's absolutely no reason to even risk throwing this game at this point. Smoke play to the top lane.
Yeah. Running out and trying to get some kind of farm, maybe catch somebody by themselves, but Eternal Envy, he's gonna find Darkseer. Oh my god.
I told you, I was happy to see this Sven because that right there is one of the most fun things in Dota.
Yeah, he just 3-shot a decently farmed Darkseer with Guardian Greaves, Helmet of Dominator. I mean, yeah, that's insane.
And right into the pit.
They're not stopping you in the pit. This is going to be a free Roshan kill.
That is interesting. He finished the S and Y.
Okay. Yeah, so he's going to need to replace something. I mean, he could just get a
travel.
Moonshard.
Yeah, he might go Moonshard Travels, something like that. But yeah, with the Echo Saber in his backpack, he's going to lose a decent amount of burst early on, but still has the Assault Cuirass and the Treads and the S and Y to take care of that.
I'm sure he'll just wait to pop God Strength anyways until after the Aegis, if it's even needed.
And Moonshard is queued up.
He's going to push out the bottom lane. So doing a good job of the lane control, and there's always Monkey King too to keep looking at as he got his own Echo Saber I mentioned earlier. He's 10,000 net worth behind this Sven, but he's still farming pretty well. I was expecting more items on him, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sven is just so farmed.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that 90% cleave. He takes out these waves in 1 or 2 shots at this point in the game. So he's just running around clearing the map. 31k net worth lead.
Looks like Forward has overtaken the lead in their game. About 25 minutes in, it's now about a 3,000 net worth lead for Forward Gaming. So again, keeping an eye on that one. Timbersaw top lane. Bean's Grit, locked down.
He dead.
He dead. Good way to put it. He has a buyback. Darkseer does not, who also got caught. Timbersaw finally uses the buyback. They do catch Medusa though. Swap play immediately from March, and there was a Vengeful there. I swear. The Stone Gaze. Retreat time for Team.
It's still up for a couple more seconds.
He's going in, hits the stun, gonna get a couple auto attacks up, and it's a half-life to a 1 auto attack. The cleave's continuing to hit, and Brawl just has to man up. Not much more choice. 80 seconds he's out for. I think we're gonna be seeing it here. Team trying to do it to complete the mission of getting to the finals at least of these qualifiers, one step closer to the major. As they're gonna clear up the middle set of racks, and J.Storm doesn't want it to be, of course, but let the party horns ring. GG's called. It is official. Team going to the finals, as they're going to wait to play the winner of the Forward Zolotl series. And then that's where a spot to major will be on the line. Well played.
Absolutely. They definitely came together in these last 2 games, and definitely putting a lot of focus on empowering Envy to play that hard